Hey all, Wild Philosophy here. Sorry for the absence. Exam season hit and I've spent the last, must be 2 weeks writing essays. But today, we are here to discuss Dr. Dolittle. It's a children's novel, you've probably heard of it. A Disney movie was recently made on the subject, and I have not had the disappointment of getting around to see it yet. However, the books have been around for around a century. I believe they were written in the trenches of World War I, which means they are now over 100 years old. Isn't that cool about books that we can read these things that were written, well, 5 generations ago? But the plot of the book, I suspect you're aware of. It is about a doctor who can speak with animals, and he lives in a house with hundreds of them, including several mythical beasts, where he does his medical work. And the first book, I think there must be 10 in the series, something like that. The first book involves Dr. Dolittle discovering that he can talk to animals, and then going to Africa to heal some sick monkeys. And I don't want to talk too much about it. The book is a very, very stereotypical kids' novel. Much better written than the absolute garbage we feed to our children these days, but still deficient in what we might call a more adult plot, although it only takes about an hour or 2 hours to read, so not a huge loss on your part if you don't happen to enjoy it. But the most interesting thing about the book is the author's immense focus on integrity, on standing up for what you believe in and not sacrificing it to lesser pursuits. The book uses money, but the author also resists his family, or his sister's demands to stop caring for animals and instead do something more practical, I guess. And he rejects the advice of his neighbors, and he nearly goes broke. I think he's only saved at the end because of a circus tour. Spoiler. And this is interesting because my apologies. I'm trying to think of anything, way to phrase this that's not, we live in a society, but there's no way to do that. Although integrity is actually one of the few things our society still values. People are willing to accept you doing all manner of awful things so long as you don't condemn it in others. And we sometimes lose track of why we value integrity, because integrity, in philosophy, integrity is a very good second-order virtue. Which is to say, it's valuable, but not in its own right. Like, someone who just has integrity is not a good person. Same goes for honesty, in comparison to, say, charity or humility, which are for first-order virtues, because having them does make you a good person. So to use an example as to why this is the case, let's consider a man whose chief value in life is kicking puppies, and he has never run across a puppy that he has not kicked. And he's very open about his kicking puppy values. Such a person has deep integrity, but he's a horrible person. And so what Dr. Dolittle does, what the book does that's so intriguing, is Hugh Lofting, the author, situates integrity within its wider ethical context. You are integritous at holding good values, not just integritous with nothing, say, or integritous for the pursuit of cash, such as a corporate superhero might look. And yeah, there's not an awful lot more to say on the novel. Going to be doing a few more novel reviews soon, hopefully. I'm going to spice it up with the occasional bit of philosophy. I'm hoping to get one in later tonight, but the last time I said that it didn't happen, so don't take me at my word, because I do not have integrity, sadly, although I would. Well, we all have our things to work on, but yeah, this is Wild Philosophy. May God bless you all and keep you in his hearts.